Following that case for us. Slee, a very good morning to you. Can you just remind us as to how these allegations came about against Johannes Molefe? It is a primary school, and how many children were actually accusing him of sexual assault?
Yes. Yuveka, if I can take you back to last year, just around about this time, before we had the closure of schools across the country for the December holidays, this story broke out in Orlando East in Soweto, where we found out that basically a scholar patroller was accused of sexually assaulting as well as raping dozens of little children at the Xuma primary school, which is in the Orlando East area. And so when that story broke, it really rocked particularly the community of Orlando East, as well as the country at large, as well as bringing to the forefront security at our schools and whether our children are really being supervised efficiently, and whether the security measures and the people that are hired to do these jobs are actually vetted and appropriate to be around children. Now, when the story broke, we had more than 80 children that had come forward. But as the case has progressed, we understand that, of course, Johannes Molefe, who's 58 years old, is facing 3 counts of rape as well as 11 counts of sexual assault. For the past couple of weeks, the High Court sitting in Palm Ridge has been hearing testimony from various people, including children between the ages of 5 and 13. Testimonies coming out, one little girl who was 9 years old, in fact, saying that after her alleged incident, she developed a bladder infection from that incident, as well as parents testifying and telling the court that it seemed that there was an effort to try and keep this issue under wraps, saying that the school seemingly didn't want this issue to be known, and only finding out through the media that there had been an incident at the Xuma primary school. So today we are expecting judgment. We also understand that on Monday the court heard from the defense an application for an acquittal. The defense saying that it seemed that the stories that the court has heard over the trial were not making sense, that the stories were not corroborating, and it accusing the school as well as the state of fabricating the story due to apparently some issues around the principal of the school. It seems that maybe possibly the parents are trying to get rid of the current principal in favor of the former principal, and that the children have now been caught in that battle.
So basically they're saying, Slee, that the kids are all making this up?
That is what the defense put forward to the court on Monday, that the kids, the stories just are not making sense, and what they've told the court throughout the trial does not corroborate with their statements. And mind you, this incident, of course, happened over a year ago, and these are children, between the ages of 5 and 13. So I think it would be understandable that some details would possibly be left out, but of course that decision will be left to the judge today, who heard the application on Monday and will make that decision on whether some, or if not all, of the charges could be dropped.
We're out of time, but if I can squeeze in a very quick question to you, Slee. You mentioned about a possible cover-up, that there are also murmurings that the school tried to cover this up. Are we to expect a separate investigation, maybe other charges, a separate case stemming from those allegations now, that the school, would it be the principal or teachers who tried to cover this up?
Well, we do expect the Gauteng Department Education officials to be present here today, and that question will definitely be put forward to them around this issue of a possible cover-up. We understand that the MEC could possibly avail himself, but we do understand that the spokesperson will definitely be here in order to answer those questions.
Thanks very much, Lindela Masekane. She'll bring us that judgment when it happens against Johannes Molefe, accused of sexually abusing pupils from a primary school in Soweto, where he was a scholar patrol guard.